patio, and it's kind of like a little summer carnival-y. One of the things that's great about going to Carnival is getting outside.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, enjoying some delicious food, rides, maybe not at the same time, I think we've all agreed.
Or not food before rides.
Absolutely not. It's rides, that's the appetizer to the food, for sure.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things whenever I go to a carnival that I see, I've never gotten one, but it is that giant turkey leg that you see people marching around with, looking like a caveman, digging into. Probably the most filling of the carnival
So
eats,
good, yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Not too shabby. But rather than making a giant turkey leg, I wanted to take a bit of inspiration from that and do chicken drumsticks. So a little bit more reasonable. And then, in my personal opinion, anytime I can't decide what to actually do, I just put buffalo sauce on it.
Yes.
Does that
I
sound
love
good?
it.
Right?
That's a great default.
Little spicy, little delish, totally wonderful. So we're gonna get to work on my grilled buffalo chicken drumstick. So over here in my bowl, I have got 8 chicken drumsticks. One of the things I love about a chicken drumstick, pretty much always on sale.
Yep.
Like you buy them in bulk, super inexpensive, really delish. So into there, I've got those in a large bowl, and I'm just gonna make a little bit of a spice mixture right over here. So anytime I am making anything that I'm gonna kind of buffalo, whether it's chickpeas, cauliflower, anything like that, this is kind of the rub or the spice mix that I do. So I've got a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Get ready, we're really emptying out our spice cupboard for this recipe. A teaspoon of garlic powder for a little bit of that delicious kind of roasted garlic flavor. It's also great because it doesn't burn as quickly as fresh garlic, which is absolutely beautiful. Then I'm gonna go in with half a teaspoon of onion powder. Really, really wonderful. Wait, did you use onion powder in your meatballs?
In my meatballs.
Guys, we got a
love
free
an
line.
onion powder.
I
Yeah.
love an onion powder. So good. No tears, but all the onion flavor you're going for. Half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper for that little bit of a kick. And then I'm going in with a quarter teaspoon of cumin. I love cumin.
A little smokiness.
Smoky. It like enhances the grill, you know?
Yeah.
So go in with a bit of that. Then I'm gonna season that up with about half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm gonna go in with just a touch of pepper into here, just because we've got that cayenne already. The pepper's just for that little bit of extra smokiness in there. All right, I'm gonna give that a mix to combine. And then I'm just gonna toss this onto that chicken. Again, I would do this with a can of chickpeas, toss that all together, put it on a piece of foil on the grill. Did that the other night, it was delicious. But I'm just gonna scatter this over those chicken drumsticks, get them nice and coated. Then I'm gonna go in with about 2 tablespoons of oil. Any sort of oil will work, to be honest. If you use a canola, it's got a higher smoke point, which is always a good thing. Those chicken drumsticks have a good amount of fat going on them, I'm not gonna lie, but that oil's gonna help just kind of coat the spices. Now you get to feel like you work at a chicken wing restaurant, which is a thrill, and do the kind of toss.
But can you hula hoop and do that at the same time,
You know what?
right?
I feel like I probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. All right, get those nice and coated. You smell all those spices, absolutely beautiful. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna add this right on to the grill. So I've got my grill heated to medium-high heat. Typically at home, not gonna lie, would use my hands, but we're outside here today. So I'm just gonna go on with a spoon. Medium-high heat to give them a really good sear. Once those are seared for about 5 minutes, I give them a flip over, close the lid, turn the heat down to medium to let those keep cooking for about 25 minutes, just until the internal temperature reaches 165. That's the done temperature for that chicken. The skin is gonna get golden and beautiful, a little bit charred and totally delish. So while that chicken starts doing its thing, spoiler alert, pay no attention to the cooked chicken that is also on the grill. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm gonna get to work on a blue cheese kind of sort of dressing.
Yum.
So show of hands, blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese.
Right? I'm a blue cheese too, but I know some people are ranch people out there, so I've done a good thing and brought the two together.
Okay.
Like a blue cheese ranch. Feeling excited. So I've got a bowl here, and into there I'm going in with about half a cup of buttermilk for that buttermilk ranch. So that's gonna go right on in. Then I'm gonna go in with about a quarter cup of sour cream. If you wanted to here, you could use Greek yogurt. Gives it a little bit more tang, which I'm not gonna lie, I do like, but this gives you a really nice creaminess, obviously. Beautiful. Then we're gonna go in with about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, because I can't say no to some mayonnaise. I love it, absolutely delish. It's gonna thicken things up too really, really nicely. Then I've got about half a cup of blue cheese here that I've just crumbled up. So just add that right on into the mix. A lot of blue cheese. Ever since I was a kid, I loved blue cheese.
Yeah.
Ugh, so good. I've got a ton of herbs. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of dill and 2 tablespoons of chives. Clearly this is more, because that's how I do things when it comes to herbs. Add that on in. Then I'm gonna go in with a teaspoon of that onion powder we used earlier.
Nice.
Onion powder gives ranch its ranchiness, super, super tasty. But what it does do is if you put too much in, tastes really nasty.
Yes.
So 1 teaspoon is perfect, don't do more. Absolutely not. All right, season that up with some salt. A little bit of pepper, and by little, Andrea?
Yes.
I mean a lot of pepper.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. You do that, I'm gonna do this.
All right.
Okay, just pep it up.
Just pep it up.
to your heart's content.
Okay.
All right, while Andrea does that, I'm gonna really quickly make a buffalo sauce. So for buffalo sauce, you need about a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm gonna add that on into a bowl. Keep going, Andrea.
Really?
Keep on going. I want a peppercorn ranch blue cheese.
All right, we're doing it,
Yeah.
we're doing
Lots
it.
of pepper
And
in
then,
there,
as you
too.
can see, I've
Yeah.
taken the lid off this because we're going in with about a cup
wow.
of beautiful, beautiful.
The whole bottle.
Yeah, let's do it. Cayenne pepper hot sauce. It's a carnival. We're having a good time. All right, give that a real quick whisk together just to combine.
Am I there, Mary?
I'm gonna say you're there.
I'm there, okay.
And then give that a little bit of a stir.
All
See
right.
how it's going. All right, that's looking beautiful. Now I'm gonna go grab that chicken off of the grill. I've got this beautiful sauce. I'm gonna go straight on into that sauce. We've got that beautiful char. You can smell the spices on there. Is this too much sauce? Maybe, but not in my books. I'm feeling good about it.
We have,
I wonder-
you have to have something to dip your French fries.
You gotta have
Yeah.
something to dip your fries. Anna, this is
Yeah.
why you're the best. We love it. All right, Andrew, I'm swooping in on your left.
Okay.
So all you need to do is toss that up. I like to leave this in the sauce for just a little so it soaks up. Would you mind putting some of that into that dipper?
Oh, I will.
Plate that up.
Wait, I gotta reach for it.
Yeah, do it. Oh my gosh.
That
Honestly,
smells so good.
doesn't
man.
it smell? It's,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
call it buffalo soup, and it's gonna be a dream. All right, pop that down.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.